Hey, what's up? Dusk here. So the patch notes just dropped for Killer Clowns. It's the official launch patch. The game is now officially out. I don't have my webcam on because I was literally just about to hop in the shower to get ready for stream. So I'll just put some repeating gameplay for you up in the upper right hand corner there while we go over these patch notes really quick here. So it looks like they've just got like I guess just a long format here. So we'll just read down the list here. General crash fixes, always good, especially if these are server crashes, which were starting to happen kind of frequently. Improvement game optimization, bot behavior. These are, just general quality of life stuff. It's good to see. Crossplay account linking and crossplay party invites are now available. This is something that maybe doesn't seem massive, but in my opinion, like that's huge, right? Like it's a multiplayer game, and the ability to play a multiplayer game with your friends is kind of like part of the point, right? So it's we knew that the game was missing features and that we were basically on a beta test build. So it kind of makes sense that a lot of this stuff is getting added in. I get the impression that they had to like gut a lot of stuff and do a lot of last minute changes because it seemed like they had just put too much in, right? They had bitten off a little bit too much and were being a bit too ambitious, so they know they had to scale things back. And so we are like, that's why the game I think launched kind of rough, but it still didn't launch as rough as some other games. So I'm going to give them credit for basically kind of sticking the crash landing, as it were. Although I would have appreciated the heads up that, we were pre ordering just to be beta testers, but would I have still pre-ordered? Yes. So maybe it's not that big a deal. Let's see. Adding blocking volumes at escape locations to prevent body blocking escapes. Oh, this was something you could do, huh? Interesting. Okay. Address several issues to prevent exploits related to items and XP. Hey, look at this. Hey, if you are another developer, and I'm not going to name any names, who likes to put in your patch notes how to do an exploit so that other people can then do it, especially if your patch accidentally doesn't fix it, that's bad. But you see how they're super vague here? If you know what they're talking about, then you know what they're talking about. But if you don't, then this isn't going to show you how to do an exploit. Bravo! This is the correct way to do this. So good job, devs. Let's see, addressed several issues that were causing player and cocoons to fall under the map. I actually skyrocketed out of the map like a space shuttle or space capsule. That was actually hilarious. Let's see, fix an issue where the language options weren't appearing. Fix an issue where the intro is cinematic, loaded into a match, and sometimes be missing assets. Fix an issue where a bot would not be replaced by a player who are joining in progress. Various fixes to address collision issues and stuck spots on every map. Yeah, there's definitely some collision issues. I don't think I ran into any stuck spots personally, but I ran into like missing collisions. On the campground, there's a fence, like a wooden fence that has no collision. You can literally just walk through it. Let's see, fixed, stumbling on my words. Fixed various XP things, not getting XP, and sound effects timings. Cool. All right, human side stuff. Loot spawn has been adjusted to prevent repair items from spawning too close to their related escapes. I actually had a game like this yesterday where I actually felt bad for the clowns because three of us spawned near the teleporter and found two spark plugs. And then two people spawned next to the boat with a gas tank and a spark plug. And all six people, like two humans died, and then six humans escaped it was just like a few minutes. There was literally nothing the clown players could have done to not get rolled that match. So this is this is this is nice. This is good. Good. Reduced the duration that the escape location icon remains on the HUD after reaching the meeting point. I wonder if that means making it last longer or making it not last as long. Oh wait, reduced. Jesus, I swear to God, I'm a semi-intelligent human. I promise. Made adjustments to the distance and attenuation curve for human proximity in VoIP. Okay, sure. Fix an issue where the crosshairs remain on the HUD after dropping a weapon. My problem is that I just don't get crosshairs at all. Fix an issue where certain outfits were missing flashlights. Oh, that's interesting. Fix an issue where empty loot containers would appear closed. Yep. Fix an issue where players would sometimes regenerate stamina while sprinting, even without any items or buffs. Oh, that's kind of a big one. Fix an issue with the cocoon visual effects would sometimes remain after they broke out of the cocoon. I saw that once. That was funny. Fix an issue where an issue where the throwing prediction line would sometimes not show up. Yeah, this was more like 90% of the time not showing up. So this is huge because if you watch my stream, you know I like to throw bricks a lot. This is the biggest, for me personally, the biggest quality of life fix. Fixed an issue where using the compass in certain locations would cause the escape indicators to remain on the HUD permanently. Oh, that would be annoying. Fixed an issue where using an item in interaction in quick succession would cause the player to become interaction locked. That's happened to me. Fixed an issue where players could not crouch in certain locations. I've had things where I could not uncrouch in certain locations. Fixed an issue where a blunt weapon were sometimes able to kill a down clown. Yes! Oh my god, I talked about this so much, and I kept saying, if you were in my stream, yeah, where I was like, you shouldn't be able to do this. This doesn't seem right. Yeah, I didn't think it was supposed to be that way. There you go. That's a huge buff for clowns, man, because this happened a lot. Like a lot. Fixed an issue where bots were causing cocoon outlines to behave incorrectly. Yeah, that was annoying. Increased fear reduction while in a hiding spot. That makes sense. Reduce the amount of damage the axe deals to the gated exit barriers. Yeah, that's probably fine. One-shotting it was a little in excess, especially since the power attack didn't one-shot it, which was weird. Clowns, adjust the camera position while using the balloon dog trick. I feel like it needed to be zoomed out just a tad because I kept having to spin my camera to see what my dog was pointing at. Made improvements to the clown VoIP when transitioning from team chat to... Oh, so there is a team chat. I could not find that. So there is a global option for clowns. Huh. I mean, I have to turn my VoIP off because I stream and people say a lot of poor taste things in voice chat, especially if they find out you're a streamer. So, unfortunately, I don't get to use this option anyway. But, yeah, that's nice that actually does exist. Let's see, fixed an issue where the Clowns Loadout 3 was not available even after... Okay, I think we all have that. Fixed an issue where the UI prompt that appears to notify players that there's not enough space to use the invisible car was missing. Fixed an issue where certain quality settings would cause the clown jump to have visual issues. Fixed an issue where clowns may sometimes become interaction locked after performing clownality. Oh, God, I never got that, thank God. That seems rough. Fix an issue where clowns may sometimes not be able to use any of their tricks after performing a clownality. Yikes. Good fix. Did not personally get that, thankfully. Fix an issue where clowns could perform a clownality while in the middle of an interaction. Oh, weird. Fixed an issue where the cotton candy ray gun beam would sometimes not connect properly to a player model. Yeah, I've had that where it would sometimes, like, arc to the hard right to, like, grab a random tree or rock or something. That was weird. Made improvements to the cotton candy ray gun hit detection during close quarters engagements. Nice. Again, like, arcing to random objects instead of the player was really annoying when it happened. It didn't happen a ton, though, to be fair. Fixed an issue where the firing animation was sometimes not appearing for the pentashot and laser beam. Okay, that makes sense. Increased cocoon damage when thrown at a human. Thank you. Increased clown movement speed when sprinting back. Whoa, really? Oh, wow. I'll be honest, that kind of surprises me a little bit. Because a lot of times you can just walk backwards and step out of melee attacks anyway. But now this makes it so much harder for humans to even fight a clown at all. Huh. How interesting. Okay, well, we'll have to see what this does for combat. Now, hopefully, we're about to read about a popcorn bazooka nerf, because if that's still doing good damage, this is going to make Klowns basically unbeatable. Like, just at the start of the match, you just run around and just kill squat everybody, and there won't really be anything they can do back unless they have a gun. Excuse me. So we'll see what comes of this, but this could lead to much more interesting combat. I don't want to presuppose what this means until I get a chance to actually test that out. Fix an issue that was causing the popcorn bazooka to deal double damage. Oh, so they're going to cut the damage in half. Okay, so at first I was like, this probably isn't going to be enough, but they have also reduced the range. So what we actually probably will end up with is about a 75% reduction in damage, unless you're extremely close, close quarters, which means they've turned the popcorn bazooka into a popcorn shotgun. And with the faster kite backwards speed, we might still see popcorn bazooka dominate fights. But it's kind of hard to say, and I think I'm going to need to try this out to see how effective this change was. Increased the pentashot cottonization damage. Thank God, it was basically useless. Improved the pentashot projectile hit detection. That's good. Reduced bounce caster cottonization damage. This is a good short-term fix, but I think that this will need like more love in the future to basically play up the bounce part of the bounce caster. Everybody just uses it as a direct damage. Like, they basically use it as a pentashot because the pentashot is so useless. And that's not a great place for the bounce caster to be. And I imagine people will still use the bounce caster in place of pentashot because this is a better version of the pentashot. Like, that's just all there is to it. Increased mallet charge speed, thank God. Reduced the hypnotic lure escape threshold. They want to make hypnotic lure easier to escape from. This is a little problematic, but not really, kind of, sort of. The whole escape mechanic is problematic. We'll talk about that too. Now, the hypnotic lure, the problem I have with this being reduced is, it was already realistically hard to use solo. Like, you really needed to combo this with another clown to get effect out of it. And that's because, yet again, we have a PvP game with button mash mechanics. And some people just can't button mash very well, maybe because of carpal tunnel or arthritis or other physical issues. Like, button mashing is very strenuous on the human body, this kind of like aggressive, repetitious movement. And people tend to play, video games for like an hour or a couple of hours, or in the case of content creators, hours upon hours. That's why Dead by Daylight has even started getting rid of the button mash, because they realize it's a bad mechanic. Anyway, that's going to be it for the... Sorry to end that on such a negative note. Overall, let's end it on a positive note. 95% of these changes are awesome. Hopefully it's fun, and if it's not, hey, there's always Dead by Daylight and Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right? All right. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.